do that, whatever you need. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. DisnDat show. We had a couple of hiccups,
Ready to go.
but we back and we focused. There's no problems. Today we're going to talk about some current events. There's a lot to talk about since we've been together. Let's start off with Carly. You familiar with this one?
Nah. What's going on with Carly?
All right, so I'm sure you heard of the young lady that disappeared, and she had called and said something like she saw a little kid on the side of the highway, and she called them, and all of a sudden she yelled in the background, and it was all over the news. You didn't see that she was kidnapped and everything?
Nah, I didn't see that because I haven't been watching the news. But
For what, mental health issues?
A little bit, trying
you.
to go to sleep good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you feel that it's better for you to not watch the news?
Definitely at nighttime. Before you go to your bed.
So that why your mind's not
working. You want to relax.
okay.
You know, when you go to sleep, you don't want to think about a lot of crazy things. So what you do is, that's why a lot of people read or stuff like that. Keep yourself body calm. You want to come down. That's why they say you shouldn't even be on your phone before you go to your bed because
no lights or whatever.
Yeah, because it keeps your body active. You kind of want to be in a little rested state. So back to what you're saying, if we sit here and watch the news, all you're doing is just seeing at that time of the night, you're just seeing killing. Then they say a little robbery, and all it does is put you in distress. I don't want to go outside. Damn, what's going on? But if you watch that during the day, you're already up, you're ready to go. If you hear about current events during the day, it's a lot easier than hearing it at nighttime.
Okay, I can see that. My best way to fall asleep is some good sex and a blunt.
That'll hit it every time.
And I'll crash. You know what I mean? You got me, babe?
That'll get it every time.
So with the Carly chick, pardon me. So they finally 2 days later, after everybody was like, please find her, they found her.
Okay.
Now, what she's done is come up with this cockamamie story, and everybody's on her ass right now. She's the new Jessie Smollett. She made up some bullshit, son, and they just found out. They looked at her Google history. She was looking up Taken, how to fake a kidnapping,
Amber Alerts and stuff like that. But, all right, so what takes us there? What makes somebody feel like they need that much attention?
I don't know if it's attention. Here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm just going to call it.
Yeah.
I think she needed a night away from her man. And this was the easiest dumb shit she could do.
Damn.
You understand?
Damn.
Because
that's drastic.
Bro. And what it does and why I think it's bad is because how are you supposed to take somebody serious now if they say they kidnapped? You know what I mean?
Yeah, kidnap is like one of the...
Bro, she said that the dude came out of the woods, attacked her.
She's like a big girl, though.
Yeah, took her into some type of trailer or something. I might be wrong. I'm sorry. Right?
Yeah.
She doesn't know if they sexually abused her.
Don't know. So they mollied her right on the spot just by touching her?
Hit her with the fentanyl? What the fuck is going on,
They do fentanyl dust on her. She got knocked out real quick?
It's over for her, bro. I think that they're going to end up charging her for the Amber Alert, which she searched. How much did it cost? They're going to... all the extensive searching that they were doing for her, you know what I'm saying? I think all that's going to be charged on her.
So her background, she's an actress or something? She's a regular person.
No, I don't know. I think it was a nurse or something like that.
Wow. So she already know the cost. She know the extent of how things work on the background when you're dealing with something like this. The distress, the worry.
I would assume so. I mean, here, man, common sense is
not really common.
Why? Why would you do it? Okay. Let's go and see what they're talking about when it comes to... All right, so listen. This is the new stuff that they learned. All right, new facts. She left work with the robe and toilet paper concealed. Now, why'd you do that? Are you going for a booty call? What else could it be?
Yeah, robe and toilet paper concealed.
I'm just saying, like, what else could it really be at this point? Like,
especially at that time, yeah. You left work.
Then she took a 600-yard car ride while on the phone with 911. So following,
they kept her on the GP on the tracker on the.
Yeah, of course, they got everything, bro.
So who was she in the car with?
By herself.
Call the 911.
Yes, because remember she is
at this time she's kidnapped though.
No, she called 911 when she saw the kid walking on the side of the highway. So this kid is barefoot walking on the side of the highway.
And she's the only report.
She's the only one that saw them.
Okay,
you going to jail, sis.
Okay.
We definitely gonna come back to this story.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do a little bit more,
Yeah, I want to get to the end of that one. I want to see what they talking about in a couple of weeks.
Oh no, she's going to jail.
Yeah, I know
no way
that.
around it. She going to jail. Yeah. What you been looking at since we've been gone?
Man, I've been on a couple of things. I've been on this little religious journey.
Talk about it.
Just trying to find out, with everything going on, but a lot of it comes down to like, and this is a topic I could talk about for I guess a long time, over time. It's really like the theories, right? Flat Earth versus
Wait,
Earth.
Are you a flat earther?
Well, I don't know if I'm a flat earther, but there's a lot of evidence that lean towards.
Go ahead.
Somewhat of a flat Earth.
Let's go. I need to hear this one, please. Please.
So when we talk about it, and I'm just being open minded, just trying to really figure this thing out, see how it is. They talk about us being on a globe, so gravity holds everything together. This is what they say.
Okay, I'm listening.
So gravity's holding a ball full of water together.
Okay.
So when this cargo ship goes down to, let's say Australia.
Okay.
Gravity's holding that too. That's why it's not falling. The cargo ship is not falling to the bottom of the earth or the ball at the bottom because it's sucked up to the water when it goes up under. Which means everybody in Australia is standing upside down compared to us.
I understand where you're going with it, and I can try to agree. But what I've tried to do is basically this. Mm-hmm. I try to just give faith that I don't have the answer. And I'm glad that I don't fall upside down or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or one day the shit is just over. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. So if we were to go ahead and delve into this and look into if it's flat or if it's not.
Yeah.
What's it really going to do for us?
So that's a good question.
Okay.
What does it do? What does it do to the mind, whether it's flat or circle?
You've seen the movies when they realized that all the shit was fake and how they are after.
Yeah.
Are you ready to enter the Matrix? Or do you realize that you are in the Matrix?
We are already in some form of the Matrix.
Okay.
So with the whole thing, if we know what's real from what's fake, it means a lot. Because number one, we've been deceived and lied to by people who are very important in this world, allegedly.
What do you mean, like as far as like
any president, anybody in a cult, a doctor, any high society type person, has been holding this up against us for the longest and had not told us what's really going on. Do we have the right?
Us meaning the average person, or you mean like black man, or what do you mean?
The average and black man, just the average person. Period. The average regular old Joe go to work every day, making it happen.
Yeah,
I'm talking the elites now.
Okay.
They know more than what we know. They see more than what we see. So with that being said, if this is the case, we've been lied to and we're still being lied to. So what does it matter if we know it's a circle or not? It means a lot because even to this day, we're spending trillions of dollars, billions of dollars into NASA, with tax money that we could use to do something else.
It's weird that you say that because I was just watching, I believe it's Transformers 2.
2 or the last one?
I saw the last one the other
Okay,
day,
okay, but 2. Okay.
And they were just talking about how, it was all fake and Decepticons are hiding stuff on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. So.
Yeah.
So, but here's my question. What if it isn't? What the fuck we gonna do?
What if it isn't circle?
If it wasn't real, going to the moon and all that, and
there's nothing we can do. But once again, it goes back to them having their finger on us and not allowing us to move, which means that if it is fake, that means we should be able to explore anywhere we want, but we're still not allowed to do that.
Oh, so you want access?
So if you go to Antarctica right now, you could only go so far.
Yes. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And if we wanted to go beyond as far as we can in Antarctica, there's a no-fly zone. But why? Why do you restrict? Who's out there and what's out there? If I have enough fuel in my plane or enough gas or whatever to get where I want to be and turn back around and come back, why can't I?
Wait, so you're saying that there's a no-fly zone
over Antarctica? You will be shot down.
All right, so I'm going to do a Google search on can I fly past Antarctica? Planes can and do sometimes fly over Antarctica. It is not a no-fly zone, and it is not illegal. It is just very impractical to do so. So, with that being said, I'm gonna preface our new segments that we're gonna be doing because I would like to try to get into understanding some of these conspiracy theories. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I'm not here for that. I want to understand, and maybe I can help somebody else understand. But what we are not going to do is just take any bullshit that we see and give it to the people. We must do a little research before we give it out. I would like to know why we haven't been to the moon since the 60s.
When we had more technology in our phones today than what that space shuttle did when it went to the moon.
Oh, is that the math? Like we have actually more technology in our phone?
We had Game Boys at that time.
What are you talking about?
Like we had Nintendo Game Boys and stuff like that, like Atari systems. Now
yeah, okay.
So the technology alone at that time in 67 was minute compared to where we are today in technology.
Okay, I can see
Getting to the moon right now, we should have made 50 of those trips in 1 year, just because. But this is the reason why we can't go. The Van Halen belt has too much radiation. This is what NASA says anyway.
Did it have radiation before?
Now, it always did. Okay. Now a human body cannot go through that without feeling the effects, no matter what spaceship you're in or whatever.
So is this like higher? First of all, where are you getting this information from?
From NASA.
Their website or something?
From their spokesmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Buzz should be dead?
He should be, but even he himself said it didn't happen.
He said what? Said that it didn't.
Yeah.
No.
There's video of him saying that.
That it was a lie?
It never happened. He didn't say it was a lie. He said it never happened.
And meaning it's a lie.
In other words, but he said it never happened.
Oh, okay. We definitely gonna look into that one. That's gonna be a good one.
And
we definitely have to.
When we think about space and what it entails, I mean, when you correlate some of what's going on in space versus what the Bible says, if you believe in the Bible,
okay,
we live in a dome society in a sense, and I call it a dome, but it's a firmament.
Okay,
God placed a firmament over the earth.
Okay,
the earth also has it's a stool. It's a footstool for God, right?
Okay.
A stool. What does a stool have? Stool is not a ball. and we use them words metaphorically based off of the Bible, right? It has pillars, which are Sheols down underneath, which is like the feet of the stool. 4 corners of the earth, right?
Wait, I just been eating this. What's in here?
Chicken. I ain't gonna give you no crazy.
Appreciate
shit.
you.
Yeah, they ain't no armadillo or nothing going on there. Straight chicken. No
swine. No swine.
But yeah, with all of that, just been looking into like reading the Bible a little bit, trying to get it more in tune with that, and just kind of look at the earth today and see what's going on with the earth, and just based off of those things.
Does the Bible say the earth is flat?
It says the face of the earth. They use words like the face of the earth. A ball. It uses like it's a stool. A ball is not really a stool. You know, it's a flat surface that could be circled, but just not in a ball.
Okay.
And I'll close with this real quick. And this is we could always come back every show and just kind of like tap into the source, but the moon is far away. It's supposed to be outside of us, rotating around. But I could take a regular camera and zoom right on, not even a telescope, but just a regular camera, and go right on the moon.
Pause. Do not tell me that your motherfucking Samsung 2022 or whatever you have is a regular camera. It is not.
That camera.
Yeah, that has actual zoom, son. Look,
Yeah, zoom. But
350x.
Yeah, but let's talk about it. I'm talking about I'm on the moon. I'm on it. But Samsung can go on the moon.
Yeah.
Samsung is the only phone that could go on the moon.
Yeah.
Apple ain't doing that. They got ways, but they can't zoom in like a Samsung.
Here's my thing. I don't know if I want to know all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What am I going to do with that information once they give it to me? Am I going to revolt? Nah.
No, it's not for revolting purposes. I wouldn't use it for revolting.
What would it be for?
It would be for knowing. We here just like anybody else. Why don't we know? Why can't we know?
What if there was like something
extraterrestrial or something like that?
Yeah, like, hey, we got a deal. We can't let you know because if we do, you know, whatever it is that we've signed this contract with back in whatever.
Okay,
we went to the
I see what you're saying.
You know,
so even deeper.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You let us know about COVID.
Listen, they had to let us know about COVID.
Okay.
Why? That shit was fucking up. It wasn't just one place. You know, like Ebola. It was Africa.
Everywhere.
They were fucking up at first. So it was like,
well, I mean, you let us know anything else that's terrifying.
COVID was everybody's problem.
So if the alien, if there was extraterrestrial beings of some sort, right? Let's just say that's something that's dangerous that we don't want to know about, right? Why hasn't that thing infiltrated? Are we that bad?
How do you know that it hasn't and
Well,
they're just
I'm
fighting
saying,
to shit behind and we don't know? Like the movies. How you know this
you
shit's
mean
not real?
like V?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like V? Like the TV show V?
They could be fighting the whole war and we don't know. And we think it's just thunder outside, but it's like a multi-dimensional something. Like there's a lot of other shit. I just try to focus on what I can understand.
Yeah.
And not overwhelm myself, especially nowadays. Like, look, we already not even watching the news at night.
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, for me, you know, to think about why they would go that far to perpetrate a lie about the earth being round.
Yeah.
About...
And that's anything, too, because, like I said, even satellites, right?
Yo,
no, they up there. They up
talking
there.
About this.
They up there. But they up there with helium balloons. You see what I'm saying? NASA owns most of the helium in the world. They are the biggest consumer of helium.
Where are you getting this information?
They put I get that from the internet.
Okay. So the gas helium.
Yeah, they consume a lot of it.
And there's satellites in space
on balloons.
Nah. I don't know about that.
I've never seen one in space.
I don't know. I'm going my handy dandy. Satellites. Space on balloons.
But we'll get more information.
No, we definitely are because I definitely want to know a little bit more. Oh. Well, they're not in space, though.
What, the helium balloon ones?
Yeah, the balloon satellites. It's on NASA.
Yeah, they use that. They put them up there. It ain't easy putting up a...
While NASA is one of the largest single consumers of helium, this is not because it is launching satellites with balloons. So here's my thing. What if it's them writing this that I'm reading?
That could be possible too.
Google could be tied into it.
Well, we gotta.
There's so much they can
we
go
gotta,
into.
yeah, we gotta be subjective.
Yeah.
Because Google is just a tool, right? And whatever we read in here, there's always a positive and a negative to it.
Okay, let's talk about AI. Do you see positives?
I see positives, but I also see negatives.
What negatives do you see?
We should never give anything too much control.
Okay.
Anything that's not you, anyway. And in this world we live in today, we do give a lot to the AI. Not just the AI in the sense of what controlling, but also in the internet. Internet is part of the AI. That's where the AI gets its information.
Yes.
And we do give a lot to it. And it does get our mannerisms, what we look up, how we think, how we talk. They doing Drake songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their AI is already creating movies with so I'll put it this way, at some point in time, if you didn't do the crime, you were there. Even if you wasn't there.
If they want you to be there?
If they want you to be there.
Yeah.
And that's where AI is today. So it has its greats because, we missed that one dude. But we could bring him back to this movie even though he ain't alive no more. But on the same token, hey, they shooting down the block.
You see what's happening with the Actors Guild and the Writers Guild, right?
They're about to strike because of that.
So
they on that
imagine if they just start making movies now, it's only going to be like Miles Morales.
Yeah, your likeness. You signed up for this.
I don't think they could just do that. If the
we could give you half the pay, but we ain't giving you the full pay. While you making now this amount, let's say $1 million, and they still making that $800 million off that picture. I seen the Tom Cruise one, and I thought it was fucking Tom Cruise. It started, Tom Cruise. They were like Tom Cruise, young.
Oh, he did
Tom
CGI.
Cruise.
Okay,
and that shit. I thought it was Tom Cruise. Look, acted exactly, looked exactly.
They did it with Will Smith as well when he fought himself.
Oh yeah, they did it there too. Yeah. And I was like, damn, Tom Cruise don't age. That wasn't him at all.
His old ass is wilding out there. He's still doing. I heard he did most of his stunts on that.
Oh yeah, he still do most of his stunts. He did the jump off the mountain.
You watched the new one? I haven't.
I didn't see it, but I seen the making, like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
He jumped off, whatever, and jumped off the cliff and everything, and that was pretty impressive. He does that.
Yeah.
He does that, but he stay fit too, so he does that.
I feel that talking about movies, what's a good movie you've seen lately?
Damn, the last one I seen was Transformers.
Oh, okay, yeah, I watched that. That was pretty good.
I was cool with it.
I mean, do you think that that's the new thing now, to have a Spanish black star, like try to make it urban?
They did that because they did that with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I feel like it was trying to urbanize it.
I think that's a crossover to give those flowers real quick before they go straight into
the CGI.
No, the other factor.
Oh, with the people?
Yeah, with the peoples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before they have to give everybody they have to give everybody their flowers real quick. Blah blah blah. We never gave y'all's. Here's yours. Here's yours. Here's yours.
And the next Transformers is going to be
probably going to be on some
LGBT,
some different stuff. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I could, but I don't even know how they would do that. Like,
they got some tough ones out there.
Not
ready for it.
To be
whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, the imagination's there. They could do it. You know what I mean? And it's probably going to be comedy and whatever the case might be. But when it come down to that movie, and I don't mean to spoil anything for anybody, that movie was a little bit it was a little bit slided for me. And I say that because the end when Homeboy turned into Iron Man.
Yes.
this takes place before the actual one we seen with Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, there's timing to
Oh,
this?
well, remember, this is in the 80s.
No, sir.
That one's in the 90s. I mean, that's in the 90s. Wu-Tang. That one's in the 90s.
Wait, why would you say that? Because of the music that was
No,
there?
everything. That was the 90s. It was the 90s. Check it out. Check it out. Check out the time.
So there is a timeline for Transformers?
I think so.
Nah, let's see.
I think so.
I don't think that...
That one was straight up the night. You didn't see the cars? He was rolling around in the Acura. Ain't nobody was driving Acura. He even had the crown. Remember the crown freshener, air freshener? That was on the dashboard. You didn't see that with the dude?
I did not catch that.
Yo, he had the crown air freshener on the dashboard.
Okay, I got to answer. The first 5 films, this is on June 9th to answer this. Mm-hmm. The first 5 films take place in present day, while the 6th film, Bumblebee, the only film without the Transformer in its title, is set in 87. Mm-hmm. Right? But you're right. The Transformer Rise of the Beast is set in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. You can tell by the music.
So it's a sequel and a prequel.
Yeah.
To what, though?
So this is what I'm saying. To what?
Oh, the opening. So Shia LaBeouf was set in 87. The next one is supposed to be 90s. Then they're going to go catch up now. Okay.
So no, Shia LaBeouf wasn't in the...
It said 87.
That was the first one?
Yeah, basically. The Shia LaBeouf one was based in 80s. It says...
1989, it couldn't have been. The Bumblebee series?
Bumblebee was based on... Yeah, it's Bumblebee, the only film without Transformers in the title, is set in 1987.
But that wasn't Shia LaBeouf. He wasn't Bumblebee.
He wasn't in Bumblebee?
No.
Oh, that's the other one came in. Yeah, okay.
That's the other one.
Yeah,
so Shia LaBeouf was in modern time, right? So tell me why he ain't get the Iron Man suit. They ain't never present us with that. See, I hate when movies do that. Some technology that they could have showed us back then, they want to bring it in the all the way then. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, you talk about when Mirage gave him the suit.
I'm not trying to say all of that, but
it actually became... He is Mirage.
I get that. But...
Mirage gave up his life to become
I see that.
So you're saying why...
But he came back at the end. Remember when he was fixing him up at the end?
And he still had the suit.
Yeah. So I say that to say this. How did he turn into Iron Man all of a sudden when Shia LaBeouf didn't get that opportunity? That's all I'm saying.
Why you Shia like that?
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I hate when movies do that. The movie was dope, but when you do that, it makes me think like, damn, we could have been modern day time should have had that set up if that was the case. Because remember at the end he became the beat down Porsche. He wasn't the pristine Porsche that was in the garage.
Oh, I didn't catch the end then.
You didn't catch the end?
So yeah. Oh yeah, we like.
You bounced on that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there was another part. So Mirage is still cooking.
So the first 3 films starred Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are loosely considered a trilogy.
Yeah, they like a standalone, but they got the same characters.
The 4th and 5th films starred Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
Oh, can be paired with Bumblebee. Introduced the... Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
that was a more historic one anyway, because remember they went over to Hannibal Lecter's house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And all of that, he was really all... Yeah, so... That's the movie I've seen most recent. Other than that, I've been catching stuff on Netflix. Little TV shows here. Like,
I'm about to take the kids and the wife to see Sound of Freedom.
What's that about?
About the human trafficking.
Oh, yeah. They didn't give that no love. They were talking about that.
But
they
it's
were like,
number 2.
They were like, why is it not getting the press that it should?
Think about it.
And that's the dude who played...
It's talking about the powers...
and that's the dude who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And you see, he got struck down by lightning twice during playing Jesus.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, son.
Yeah. And that changed him. As an actor, he's never done anything out that wasn't positive since Passion of the Christ.
Wow.
He has a different outlook on acting and what it stands for. So this right here, this human trafficking.
He probably did it because it really means something.
Yeah, this is a calling for him.
This is they say it's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story.
I feel like it's important for us to take the kids to see it because it's
definitely, and 100%. Yes,
I want them to understand that this shit is happening out there, and we, you know what I mean, like,
and definitely your daughters.
yes, because
Guys too, the boys too, but definitely the daughters.
Yeah. My son already saw it with his mom.
Because kids think shit is sweet in these streets sometimes.
Yeah,
and it ain't, bro. It ain't. So that's why I think that I'm gonna have to go check that out. That human trafficking joint. I'm gonna check that out. Definitely.
Son, he had to have 2 heart surgeries, including an open heart surgery because of the film.
Got struck by lightning, bro.
Wow.
How bad did he want it though?
So okay, so when he's saying that he won't do anything negative, he meant that the role was negative, or was he chastising God, or
no, like he's looking for when he's going for movies, he's not, you don't just see him in any movie nowadays. Like he's just not in this comedy or that action flick. He's actually going towards movies that make sense. That means something.
Yeah, he's not just doing it for money.
Yeah. He's pouring his life into this.
Yeah.
Into this acting thing now because of what he's transpired into. You know, you don't hear anything about him. Shoot, between him and Mel Gibson, what they both went through for Passion of the Christ is unbelievable.
Yeah, Mel hasn't been the same since that.
No, he did.
Is there a Passion of the Christ 2 coming out?
No, I don't think so.
What could you do?
Yeah, I think the story's already written.
It really is.
Bro,
like, how can you do a part 2? Don't do that.
And
don't
that movie, I'm gonna tell you right now. I seen it. I have it. I own it on DVD.
Yes.
Serious movie, bro.
100%.
And
even if you don't subscribe to the school of what they're saying, it was a great, well produced.
And Mel paid for it out of his own pocket.
He had to.
Yeah, because they wasn't gonna play it.
Yeah, they weren't co-signing.
And the reason why, and I don't mean to. I'm not anti anything.
Please.
I'm just saying, from Mel's mouth, the powers that be in the system who run media.
Okay.
That's
Shalom.
Yeah, that set of people. They didn't want him to bust that down.
To tell the truth.
Pretty much. They didn't want that.
I could see that, man.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And I always tell people, and this is my claim to fame with this movie. I said the way he got beat and had to carry the cross. If you are a believer in any way of Jesus Christ, you had to think it was worse than what you seen in that movie.
Do you remember that scene?
That scene was vivid. Yeah.
Bro.
So I'm thinking in real life, modern day, there was only flesh and bone carrying that cross up to the hill. I don't think there was any skin on him.
Oh no, yeah.
I think he was emasculated. I think the will of one person, if he's as gloried as he is, the will of one person to actually carry that cross. Us as humans, we could never do that.
Oh, that's the thing, right?
We'd have died on the spot.
He's supposed to have had
immaculate.
Yeah,
like he was
different.
Yeah, he was different.
Yeah, but he still was going through what we were going through.
Going through it.
Yeah,
ridiculed everything in one lifetime.
That put all the gangster shit aside. That shit will choke me up when I see that movie. Bro.
Yeah, I
it's
cried.
Supposed to.
I
yes,
cried.
yes.
I cried. Yeah, I cried.
Matter of fact, like I think I might need to watch that again.
I might have to watch it again.
Have you ever had your kids watch it?
Nah.
Do you feel like do you feel it's too gory for them? Or now that
nowadays, that's minute to what is going on today. And it might be leveled anyway. It might be leveled. But I'm just saying, they deserve to see that. They need to see it the way we see it.
Yeah, they need to understand it. And I feel like, I make sure we go to church. I don't push too much on them because I want them to, have their own understanding. Right? But I do believe in having to set up a good foundation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once you have that foundation, you have the right to go and figure out what you want. But I always tell them, it's too good.
Yeah.
For you not to say there's something God did it to.
So that's what I was about to say. So even with me and what we got going on, we don't go to church every Sunday. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say I'm religious to it, but I let them know that he's real based off of what we
Your
got going on.
experiences. Yeah, life. Yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
show up to them. I showed them what I go through and what they go through, and I'm like, come on, there's no way. There's no way.
No other way that
you know what I'm saying. Look at just everything that's around us. There's no possible way that.
Do you ever like fascinated with like different because I do plants and stuff. And I got that from my moms and stuff. But like the different types of plants and how they grow and how there's just nature alone is just fucking awesome. So how could you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'm fascinated. Bro. I'm fascinated about everything that has to do with him because at the end of the day, he is everything.
Ooh,
so he's tapped into every source that there is, whether good or bad. He's still tapped into every source. He's infiltrated. If we look at the Matrix on the whole, right?
I'm gonna pause you real quick. I was actually incarcerated when
it came out.
No, I was out, but I was ripping the streets.
Okay,
and so I didn't have no time to be watching no movies,
yeah.
right? But I was locked up, and I was like in a God pod.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I think it saved me, son.
Yeah.
But when he came in, they used to argue with him because he watched movies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, oh, yeah, just in there to watch the movies. But we had instructions. It was like, when you're watching this movie, and then he'll give you like a whole
spiel on how to do it.
Watch it with
not your eye.
What's the term? Is it religious eyes or with
open?
All of that, son.
So yeah, just be open-minded when you watch it.
No, but you have to look at it like as religion, right?
Okay.
So
watch this as if it was religion.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the term, man. He gave it to me, man, with spiritual eyes, right?
Yeah.
So, like the story of Neo against the Matrix and all that he would pause it and he would be like, "You see, that's the devil," and you know what I mean? Like it was like, it was really like I guess because I was locked up or whatever, but it was like, oh shit, I could see it now. Like it makes sense.
So the lady who wrote it, that's literally what she was writing it for. Neo was actually Jesus.
Oh, so this is what? Oh, yeah, so that's why he was okay.
So she wrote it that way, and then this is the crazy part: Terminator.
Yo, are these? I heard that they're all supposed to be like prequels and sequels.
So John Connor
is
Jesus Christ. JC with an alias name because he came back. He was supposed to conquer. He's supposed to conquer the machine. That's why he came back to the future, and he was supposed to defeat the machine.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the devil people.
Well, he was, but remember he came and he became his bodyguard.
Yes,
based off of what his mom had going on and all of that. And his mom is the Immaculate Conception because the dude who impregnated her was never real in their time because he came from the future. So he was never born yet.
Oh wow!
So when he birthed John Connor and Sarah Connor, he was never really alive. He was never around in that time. So she's considered Immaculate Conception.
Yo, what the fuck?
And this is what the writer said.
I got to go back and watch it all now.
So then
what? It's Matrix 1, 2,
and 3.
Before.
So Neo.
This is some bullshit.
Neo is John Connor resurrected. I think he's a coming back. So John Connor happens before, and then when Neo comes around, they're already in the Matrix. You see what I'm saying? They're already infiltrated by the machine. Remember, there's no real at that point. They're Earth,
already in it, yeah.
But they're already in the thing. Like there was Earth when they finally got to Neo, but then after that they got sucked into the Matrix.
All right. So the writer, her name is Jessica McDonald.
Big ups to her.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna rewatch it
with the mind fuck.
Yeah, it fucked me up right here. So Sarah Connor from Terminator is Neo's John Connor from Matrix mom. Wait, Neo's name is John Connor in the Matrix? Nah.
His name was.
All right, here's the question. Are John Connor and Neo the same?
Let me see.
Once Skynet takes over and enslaves humanity, they suffer the Neo problem. Oh, fuck me outside. But Neo is actually revolutionary John Connor. Neo and John Connor are the same guy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yep.
Get the
Yep.
How?
Yep.
But John Connor was a kid, no?
John Connor was a kid, but if you watch the Terminators go on, he gets older. And his whole thing was always to fight the androids, the cyborgs.
Because when Neo comes, they're already fucked up.
They already done. Everything is done. Everything is done.
Oh.
There's no physical, like there was a physical Earth when they found him. Because remember how they found him? He was at work.
Yes.
On a computer. After
in
that,
the Matrix.
After that, he's plugged in. Everybody's plugged in. At that point, everybody's plugged in. Because if you realize when they're in the regular world, what happens to them? They could get called out. But everybody else is in their regular. And Agent Smith could inhabit anyone. Why? Because he's a demon. And demons inhabit bodies. They need bodies to inhabit.
Nigga, you did just say some crazy shit. That's all coming back to me. So, wow. Got about 6 movies to watch.
Yo, me too.
Wow.
Well, 7 with passion.
With passion, yeah. Wow.
And that's on that spiritual level right there, man. They've been doing it.
Wow, son.
They hide everything in movies, man.
I would like to revisit this after we
go watch it real quick.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. Things that make you go, And
if we knew it at the time, it would have been dope because we could have paid more attention. But
so listen, this whole time, I'm thinking this was this picture really just fucked me up and was giving me some knowledge to watching the spiritual eyes. But he knew the knowledge
before anybody knew.
But it's real though, because when you're watching it, but he never added the Terminator part
because he probably didn't know about that.
Wow!
But I'm gonna tell you, the Matrix is so fucked up by the third one when he actually make it to the top and you see all them TV screens.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
Big Brother, bro.
Wow. Yeah, son.
Colonel Sanders.
My mom,
Kentucky Fried Chicken, man.
So my mom, devout Catholic, Haitian, right? So she calls us over one day and she was like, listen, because she had just came back from Medjugorje.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like out in, I think was that Turkey or something? Well, she does like these
missionaries.
Yeah, she does missions. So she goes and she's been to
everywhere. Jerusalem.
Yeah, all that. She's been to where Jesus was laid, all that, right? So she comes back and she gives us this candle. And the instructions are when it goes down,
light that thing.
Light it and don't answer nothing. No knocks at the door. No, and I mean, I've always, believed in what she says, you know what I'm saying? And I realize, and I don't think a lot of people do, like just from reading Revelations, right? A lot of the stuff that's there is literally happening.
One of them, Euphrates.
Bro.
Dried up already.
Yeah, it's already happening, bro.
But you know what's under the Euphrates?
What?
There's angels bound.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that one.
It's in the Bible.
And once it dries, it allows them. It was not the right angels.
But they can't come out just yet.
It's not the right angels.
No, they can't come out yet, though. They're still bounded even when it dries up. There's a time for them to come out. But in Revelation, it says something in Revelation that trips me out every time I hear it. I think it's like 1 billion angels are going to come down. And within that billion, they're not only slaughtering everybody who's evil, they're taking up everybody who's going to heaven at the same time.
And leave what? Nothing here?
They're slaughtering, bro.
Okay.
Your head comes off and you wish you were dead and you ain't dead, bro. That's
that's
you
worse.
Want to die and you can't die.
Is that what they consider the purgatory or something?
Yeah, something like the tribulation.
Listen, we're not trying to get too deep.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get too deep, but
believe what you want to believe. Believe in something. It's all you. We just talk about what's going on right now.
Yeah. So like your mom said, bro, we coming down into a time where we definitely need to pay attention.
I think we should have been paying attention.
We should have been, because they always said it. They always said the time was coming. The time was coming. But so when we go back to what the first thing we said about what we talked about at the beginning of the show,
Yes.
what does it matter if they lied to us or not? It comes full circle down to this.
Okay. All right. Pause.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about lies, you know that there's a lot of people that can talk about like our faith or whatever is based on lies as well. Since, saying that like, just the subject of Jesus and things like that were manufactured by the white man.
And that's great. I'm glad that happened. Right?
Okay.
And the reason why is because I know what I know. And I'll say this because, have you ever had sleep paralysis before?
Sleep paralysis, meaning what?
You woke up and you couldn't move?
I'm probably.
Like in a sense, like you're sleeping and then like you wake up, you can't talk, you can't move. You can see everything, but you can't talk and can't move.
Honestly, I can't say I remember.
So I've had it.
Okay.
And it's a funny thing, like sleep paralysis, like you'll wake up and right before you move, right before you even think about moving, at the second that you do it, your body will freeze. It's kind of like if your body's outside of itself.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Like, you know how they say we got that silver cord that attached, so if your body's floating.
Yes, okay.
If you ever snap it, you dead. Something like sleep paralysis is something like that.
I never heard that one, but I'm glad you told me.
Okay, yeah, but sleep paralysis, you're in your body though, but like when you get up, you can't move, you can't talk.
Sleep paralysis, that's a scientific term, right?
That's the name of it, yeah, sleep paralysis.
Okay.
A lot of people say that there's a demon in the room or something of that nature. Well, I've had it maybe about 4 or 5 times.
Okay, that you remember
that I can remember and tell you about verbatim. One time I thought my grandma was rubbing my head, but I knew my grandma was dead. Wow. So as I'm laying on the couch face down, I went to grab the ankle because I'm like, who's touching me right now? So I went to grab the ankle and my whole body froze. At that moment, now you heard what you just said a while ago about, Jesus fabricated and all that?
Yeah.
Sounds great. And I believe people can believe what they want.
Yes,
but I know when I say I plead the blood of Jesus at that moment in time, just like that is gone. When I say those words. Because the demon or whoever, they fear that name. Whether you're saying the right name or not, your intent of who you're saying is what they know. They know what you're saying. Well, even if Jesus saying the person that they say he's whoever you're saying you're pleading the blood, you know who you're saying it about, and they know who you're saying it about. So when you're saying that, just like that.
Me, whenever I'm having like a bad dream or something, or I feel, I guess I could say I feel sometimes I feel things. I just be like, I rebuke the devil. I rebuke
in the name of Jesus.
Devil. Yeah.
When you say that, it just lifts everything. Now, you know what Jesus you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what Jesus I'm talking about. Remember, Jesus has millions of names in different religions.
Yes.
So I know who I'm talking about, but it seems to always work for me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my regard. So
sometimes we're at the shop, right? At the barber shop, and they get into a religion talk, right? What I try to do my best is I don't allow them to try to sway. Everybody's allowed to believe what they want to believe.
Your road is different than mine.
Yeah, bro, I'm happy 100%. For you, but you're not gonna go ahead and tell me I'm wrong or make me feel different because of what I believe. Like, hey, bro, like you doing you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know that a lot of the things that I've been through,
there's definitely.
I had to have somebody have my back for sure.
Me too. And the only way I know he's real, and this is the undisputed champ. That's how I know he's real, because if there's people who actually sit there and worship a devil, or do demonic things, there has to be an alternate force. It can't be set up one way.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So if you're wasting your time doing that, then there has to be a positive realm. Yin and yang. However you look at it, there's always a positive and a negative.
This and that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. So when it's all said and done, People
That
could
makes
say,
sense. That's real.
yeah, people could say and do what they want, but people are actually wasting time, and they don't think they're wasting time, but they're going down in the depths of the world and doing chants and all these things that they're doing, whether it's over music, whether it's behind TV shows, whether they do it on this or they do it on that. The powers that be, the powers that don't be, anybody who's doing it, they got to be alternate force. And I'm going to always ride on that side.
Hey, you just dropped some knowledge.
Yeah.
You really just did.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it because it's important for us to always look at it, right, the right way. Whatever we decide that it is.
Yeah.
But I do, like I said with the kids, it's important to have that foundation.
They
Where
need
do
to
you
know.
think you was it something like you were raised in the church, or was it later on in life?
For me, it was always a question: who and why? Who is God and why? Why
Do you
is
ever
God?
question it still?
I don't question it as much. I still question it.
I think I more question church.
Church is where well, let's get to that. But let me just tell you where it comes from. So, like me, I've always had the question in my mind as a youth, like, who is and why is God? Right? Everybody,
Yes.
we're going to church for this person. They want us to give money to this person, but where is he and why is he and who is he? How is he?
Yeah.
So nobody was able to give me an answer. I couldn't get that answer that I was looking for.
Okay.
I kept asking, trying to figure it out. But I knew it was there because I kind of felt it, right?
What, the presence?
Presence, yeah. 'Cause I've been through some stuff even as a kid, and for somehow I tell people I was born a winner because no matter how much bad I go through, I seem to come out on the other end unscathed.
Hey, man, I appreciate
You know what I mean?
see that.
And it's not like I'm tooting a horn or I'm trying to be, like I'm blasphemous or anything like that. But when it's all said and done, I could fall on my face 100 times, but on that 101, I'm getting up. I'm still good.
Fire.
And with that, I go to say, no matter how much dark a room is, no matter how pitch black a room is, if you could see a speck of light in that room, that only lets you know that good or light conquers the dark 100% of the time.
Whoa.
100% of the time. All it takes is one speck of light. If you could see any light in darkness, it's been conquered.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's been conquered. So,
And I hope that you guys can appreciate that. We're gonna bring you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I would have never fathomed that we would have got into the word today, but that's how he worked, right?
mm-hmm.
That's how he worked.
Two or more is church. So back to that now.
Let's go.
Church is a scheme.
Like religion.
Religion.
Okay,
But also the place of.
the place of. Okay.
Because church is two or more gathering in his name. That's church. So right now we having church.
Yes.
And the millions of viewers, because I say millions, it might be billions, but
Soon.
we'll keep it at millions
Right.
right now. The millions of viewers, they with us. So that's church. So yeah, when you think about church, they sell Jesus. That's all they doing. They never come off course. They have a segment for everything, but we never go from point A of the Bible to the end. It's always we touch this one, and it's usually about a little bit of money, or we'll touch this one, and they talk about this relationship and finances. They talk about when Jesus rose on Easter. They talk about Jesus' birthday and Christmas when it really wasn't. But they talk about all these things, but they never go through the Bible. We're here to learn. If you're the teacher, teach us. But
Is that what you consider they are? They are the teachers, or they're just a representative?
They're supposed to be the teacher, but they do act as a representative.
Okay.
They
Yeah, because I was brought up like Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So, which that's a whole nother story in itself.
Yeah, Catholic
But
is different.
From my understanding, it's the first
Well,
religion.
It's
the original what? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say original.
How
It
they
is-
how
no,
they
no,
how
it's
they
original.
teach it.
It is original.
Yeah.
As in church.
Yes.
Like they're the ones who brought it because
Brought it
they're the
over.
ones who took it out.
Yes.
So they recreated it.
Yes.
Um,
Now that's the question. was it recreated? Like,
Well,
because they
took away
like a lot of people read King James version.
Uh-huh.
And I learned that a long time ago when I had a little stunt that I was a 5%er.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate the times that I went through that because I learned some stuff that made me think different, right? But the King James version, King James was a dirty, rotten.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fosse.
Yeah.
He was doing the worst. And of course, his version doesn't have a lot of the stuff that, like you said, we need to be reading and learning. So, what are some of the books that are missing? Because I have a real...
Like Enoch?
Yes, I have... my mother gifted us the real Bible with all the books. And which is it's like this.
Oh, yeah, it's an encyclopedia.
Yeah, and I can't say I've read it all, but I can tell you that when it's time to, it's available. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot. I feel like I'm in the church. I'm trying to be a good example, showing the kids what needs to be done and stuff, and I'm listening. But I once I get the blood of Christ or whatever, once I take communion, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like right after that is when I feel that, and I don't mean to be blasphemous or anything like that, or disrespectful or anything to the church, but sometimes I feel like that's when the show starts. Like, he's about to start pumping we need this. And I go to my church is rich, son.
Yeah,
The
Catholic Church is the richest church in the world.
But I think that my actual...
You're probably the hub for this area.
Is... like one of the richest in the diocese of Florida.
And it's probably feeding all the churches.
Bro, and I'm just like, whoa. And I mean, it's cool. They've been great. I don't see it. But I don't know. And then I try not to go to church. This is a whole nother thing. I try not to go to church looking at race, right?
Yeah.
But then I look around.
And it's diverse. No, not diverse. You become a minority.
Yeah, I'm looking around and I can see I'm like, whoa, okay, there's one. You know what I mean? And then now I'm like, oh, come on, I'm supposed to be here for the word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my wife and I were talking about maybe we should go to try another church.
So
so it's like, but is that what are we looking for? So it's just like.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been to Catholic churches, and my mom, rest her soul, was Catholic. Yes. From Jamaica and everything. Is that the best religion? No, I mean what they did was they changed a lot of things, right? Actually in the Bible, the Sabbath day is Saturday.
Yes,
and they actually changed it to Sunday.
Yeah,
so they created what they wanted because they so-called worship the Son, and not the Son as in Jesus the Son, but because you got to remember they put Mary in the church.
No, they put it's the Trinity that they have.
But Mary was never the Trinity.
No, she's
and
Mary. Well, you consider her a saint.
They make you hail her, but who is Mary outside of Jesus' mother?
Jesus' mother.
But the story has nothing to do with her. The story has to do with him and God. But we hail her.
But God chose her to bring.
But that's it.
So, okay.
That's it. What I'm saying is...
See, those are all some of the questions that come, because they're like, oh, why do you have all these saints? You're not supposed to be...
you can't idolize anything.
Yeah, but... and then it's like, okay. So I asked the questions. When I started, I'm like, hey, listen, Mom, you the representative, right?
Yeah.
Why are we... And the way it was explained, it was more like almost like God can't be everywhere at once. But wait, of course he can.
Yeah, he can. He's omnipotent. He could be anywhere.
So I don't know. There's a lot, son. So that's why it's just like.
So.
That's why sometimes I feel like it's almost hypocritical for me to be like, get up and let's go to church.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you don't feel it, but. Yeah, and I don't like to be a hypocrite, especially with my family. I hate being a hypocrite to my family.
I'm just like
I would never tell them to do something
if I can't
that I wouldn't do.
Yeah,
like if I don't vouch for that.
Nah, I mean, as a parent, there's some things
to a certain levels. Yeah, like
but you're right. Look, I feel like I'd be like, man,
like if I know I ain't getting nothing from it, like there's really like we gonna go down this road. It ain't worth it to go down this road. I'm gonna tell them we ain't going down that road.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna get more fulfillment if we go this road.
Yeah.
Let's go down this road real quick. You know what I mean?
I just feared like, all right, what if I don't give them some type of a foundation? like something to build off of.
I think you're doing it right, right? Whether it's Catholic or not, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think as long as you show them who God is, and who the Son is, after that, you're doing the right thing. Because at some point they're gonna choose their own way anyway.
Facts.
But it's the foundation that you have to set. When I first talked to my daughter, she was like, she didn't really believe, right, in anything, right? And she has that rebel nature.
Yeah.
And that's cool, you know. But then I enlighten her with little gems here and there, and she believes in God. You know what I mean? She knows He's there. Like God wouldn't allow this. You know, like So if you could throw those accusations out there, you were just a shell at that point when you were trying to be rebelized. But But you feel it and you know
what it is.
You know what I mean? So I just kept pouring it into her, and then she came around and was just like, God is. God is this, God is that. Like we talk about a lot of things, and I don't want to like put a finger on it, but we talk about alphabets and stuff like that, and when we think about alphabets, right? That's what that does, and like I said, I'm not against anything anybody's doing, but what it does, it sets us back.
Tread lightly.
It sets us back. It stops progression, right? In the Bible, be fruitful and multiply. Well, now you can't multiply. You see what I'm saying? Now you can, because I did see one couple that was
reversed,
and then they had a kid.
My wife actually knows one of these, but listen,
it blows my mind.
Listen, and I try. I hope that I can say still that I'm a people person. I can pretty much move in any circles. I
can, and I'm with it.
So it is whatever. So they introduced me to it was a woman that became a man first. Mm-hmm. At first, I'm going to be honest with you, dude.
You couldn't tell.
Listen, this motherfucking surgeon and whatever
they doing it up.
Beard, connecting, and all that, bro.
Crazy.
Okay. But then I met the
dude turned to a female.
But then here's the question.
Why?
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
you were already there. But no.
But it's the question is.
Okay.
But what happens, I guess, is that it's because they didn't feel comfortable where they were at.
Yeah, cool. And those two same people probably would never have dated the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Which is weird, right? But they found themselves in an uncomfortable, in a more comfortable state in their mind anyway. The way they are, and then they had a kid.
Yeah.
Right? So now the man is having the kid now. But I want to tell you this, yo, back in the days, y'all, we used to see this, right? There was things where they used to say men having babies can't happen. Now we could argue that and say it can. Because he is a woman, but he's a man having a kid now.
In the books, on paper.
Yeah. We seen this as kids in the 80s.
Okay, so as we was talking about God, all right, not if, we know what's there.
Yeah. Right?
Do you think that God is being upset about all of this?
We got to take God being upset out of the equation. I think, and as I think about it more and more now, God already knew all of this was going to happen.
Yes, if it's all written.
Yeah, right? So to be upset, he was upset. One day to us is 1,000 years to him. 1,000 years for us is a day to him.
A day to him, okay.
He was upset a day ago, bro. Maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He ain't upset no more. He's seen it. It's evident, right? That's why he gave us his son, the ultimate sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he already knew all of this was going to happen, but you still have time. You still have time. And no matter what you've done, because when Jesus was up there, he had the thief and the murderer.
Yeah.
The murderer was like, nah, dude, I'm good. The thief was like, come, let me go with you, bro.
Yeah.
And the thief went to the promised land alongside Jesus.
Just because he believed.
Just because. Yeah. And yes, these are stories. Yes, these are metaphors. Yes, these are parables.
The question is, who they're from? So it all comes down to faith.
And why not have it? Because
hey,
if somebody,
listen.
like I said, we could take it back. If somebody's taking their time to do the utmost, it's easy for me to have just a little bit of faith. If somebody's taking their time to worship the devil or any satanic
Yeah, they really are like witches and
what,
stuff
what,
like that.
why does it hurt for me to have just a little bit of faith?
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? Because he even says that, you know, I forget the saying, but going through the eye, it's easier for a man to go through the eye of a needle than it is to make it to, than make it to heaven. So, you know, the faith of a mustard seed is immaculate. So the little bit of faith that you can have it, bro.
Goes a long way.
Why? All right. So
why not? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you, after everything we've doing,
just getting up and getting in your car, you driving. You got no faith.
You drive every day. It's like having insurance, right? You pay for insurance. Why? You might get into an accident one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Well, you got to.
Okay, so why don't we have to believe in something that we feel, that we've been told, that we see or you feel is right? Why we can't believe in it?
Wait, but how can you feel that way and still say the earth is flat?
The earth is flat because I don't feel it moving, right? It's supposed to be on a ball moving 1,000 miles per hour around the sun, rotating at 60-something thousand miles, and I don't feel any movement. I never did. Bro,
I'm listening.
And I'm not saying that it's flat because I don't know,
okay,
but I've never seen a straight shot from NASA going from Earth out into space. I've never seen a straight shot from a camera showing me that you left Earth. Never seen it. And we live in a tech.
You mean that the satellite took the picture,
watching it come out of the Earth? Not to mention the technology that they have right now, that's showing us pictures from like galaxies away. Galaxies.
Okay.
What internet are they using that relays that picture back to us? And why we don't have it here? Why we still strung up? Why 5G ain't working the way it should be? Why we still getting dead zone? I go on my driveway, I lose every call I make it.
For real.
Why I got dead zone? We live
because we're not paying the price.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, I have. You ever heard of the Mile City
that they're building
over there in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, whatever they doing?
Yeah, where the money's at.
I think that's going to be the new haven.
For what do you mean? That's where we have to go to be safe?
I think that's where people. No, not safe. I think that's just you ever see the movie The Giver?
That's Sodom and Gomorrah.
You see the movie The Giver?
No.
That's a good movie to watch.
Okay.
You seen Divergent?
Yes.
You see how they locked out? You within, and you could be locked out.
Yes.
You see Hunger Games? They're within, and they could be locked out.
Yeah.
The Mile. Some odd millions of people could live in the Mile. It has everything. Stadiums for football, basketball, all of that. Taxis to take you back and forth. People, schools. Everybody could be living in there and be good. Everything outside of that, what is it? Desert land?
They're building this right now, though. Right?
Oh yeah, it's in transition. And this thing right here is probably going to house everybody in the world after the bullshit go down.
Everybody that's left.
The new world. And whoever's outside the wall, that because you can't throw a grappling hook up to that wall. It's as high as the Empire State Building. That's how tall it is 5 miles down the road.
Okay.
Or however many miles down.
Yeah.
You can't get in there is what I'm saying. What?
Go ahead.
Once they build it, you can't get in. You have to already be in. Or you could get flown in or something. But you just can't walk in there. And it stands side by side. And it has everything you need. Malls, everything. All in there. When you on the outside of that,
ain't no coming
that's
there.
wasteland, my man.
Yeah.
Inside is their glory.
Wow.
We've seen it. We've seen it.
That's real.
I didn't think about it till the other day, but it's as quiet as kept. They got it going on, and it's out there, but nobody's questioning it. Nobody's thinking about it. Nobody's like, "What? All right, so what really is the mile? It's being built, though."
And they're advertising it.
Oh,
though.
they advertise. Come get your spot.
So you think you have to be there before it goes down?
You probably would have to buy in before or have some type of, okay, so we are moving into territories of like mark of the beast, you know what I'm saying, giving up rights to certain things, you know, to buy, sell, you got to have the new currency.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a lot of different shit that you can't even do anything unless you accept the...
And that place might be the place to really be when that goes down. We might lose electricity all out here, and that might have it all.
Where's this at? Like past Dubai, right?
Over there in Saudi Arabia, yeah.
So it's the Saudis building that.
Mm-hmm. Who are the richest?
So it's Muslims building it.
Yeah.
So what if they're like, we're only taking Muslims?
That's possible. That's possible. But you think America is gonna allow them to build that without
America is not as strong as it used to be, sir.
Hold on.
I mean, I love my country. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
Remember Gaddafi now.
Okay.
Libya had it going on.
Yes.
Libya had, you from Libya, bro? You don't pay for a house. As soon as you graduate, the government gives you a house.
Yeah, okay.
You don't pay for school, gas, electric, water, free.
It's called the Mile. What's the name of that shit called?
I think it's called the Mile City.
75-mile long desert skyscraper. What the fuck? That's not it.
That gotta be it. It's like a glass wall.
Mirror line.
Yeah,
yes.
mirrored wall, yeah.
Wow, 75 miles, son.
Could you imagine the light that comes off of that with the sun? It's a mirror, bro.
So it's a solar panel?
It could be. It could be, or it could be one of those where you could.
It's gonna cost $1 trillion to build.
And how much we down in debt? Some odd trillion.
Yeah, I don't even know how they even. Life is just rough, son. You been to the supermarket lately, nigga? Shit's
Can't
crazy.
even buy nothing, bro.
It's over here like you trying to, yeah, you know.
You gotta put shit together. You gotta piece it.
It sucks as the kids are like always want to eat out or some shit. I'm really big on like, nah, I'm good. I can make it at home.
Yeah.
And I really mean it though. Like I make Chick-fil-A at home.
Oh yeah,
I do all that right now.
Yeah, yo.
Nobody can beat my chicken wings. Like I'm on a different level.
Whenever my kids be like, if we got chicken nuggets in the freezer and they be like, I want some chicken nuggets and fries, I'm like, yo, we got that at home. I'm not buying it in the street if we got it at home.
My air fry and a little olive oil, you wouldn't even know the difference.
That's what I'm trying to
I'll
tell
stop
you.
and grab some paper from there or something. Fuck out of here.
I get their carton real quick, make you feel like it.
Yeah, they gotta understand. They'll appreciate it later.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the state of the art is considered a skyscraper.
Yeah.
So it's taller than the Empire State Building.
That's what I'm saying.
Made of mirror glass, and it's part of the city that's called Neom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Neom is going to be the size of Massachusetts.
Wow.
All right.
So small.
So it was announced by Saudi Crown Prince. He's doing it. His money is ridiculous.
No, his money is stupid.
All right.
They rich.
He wanted his country to house a construction project as iconic, as timeless as the pyramids of Egypt. Yeah, I mean, that's going to...
75 miles, bro? And it has stadiums? Like
It's going to be ready by 2030, bro.
That's around the corner.
Although engineers have said it could take 50 years to construct.
That's possible, too.
But
half of it might be ready.
There's going to be a portion of
that people could be probably living in.
Yeah. First phase or whatever.
Kind of like they do any subdivision.
So it would, like you said, it would allow 1 million residents to meet within a 5-minute walk and travel end to end within 20-minute. Yo, what the fuck?
Air taxis, subway, all of that.
And it's all going to be powered by renewable energy.
So that might, like you said, the glass might be some type of harness for solar power.
Wow, son. Okay, so the Mirror Line skyscraper will consist of two 1,600 feet tall buildings that run parallel to each other across 75 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done, son. High speed train running underneath it. Yeah, it's wild, son.
Yeah, that's what
I can't wait to see that. This is. We might have to look into it. Hey, Prince Mohammed, stay focused.
For real.
Shit.
He gonna do the thing. He gonna do it.
Yeah, it's done.
He
It's
got
already
that
built.
thing.
If they already started building,
Yeah, they got the piping in and all of that.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they did that.
In the middle of the desert.
Middle of the desert. Middle of the desert.
All right, well, we appreciate you. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Check out the YouTube, the Instagram, This and That Media. Nas, you want to give them your socials? Come check you.
Right now I don't have anything popping.
Hey,
but we gonna get that going soon.
all right, we'll set them up. We're gonna set them up. Yo, that's like anomaly, son. You know, me, I'm at Mr. This and That. Jay LaRouge, fuck with your boy. We appreciate you. Like always, stay focused.